Well, I chose Augustus the Strong because I'd come across him many times in previous years as I've been working on the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation in its various forms. So I kept on coming across him. I thought, well, when I finished, the last thing I did actually was George the First. It was a little book for Simon Winder at Penguin. I thought, well, come on, let's give Augustus the go. And I had already accumulated quite a lot of material. So that's how it came about. So then I took him seriously, started working up a decent bibliography and so on. What surprised me most was that he was a very serious artist. And that is, in a way, the main thrust of the book, or certainly the latter part of the book, was that, I mean, he was hopeless in many ways. You know, he was awful as a politician. Poland was in a state of incipient anarchy when he arrived. It wasn't much better when he left. So he in a way, was a bit hopeless and a failure. But when it came to the arts, he was a star. And he succeeded in turning not just Dresden, but the whole of that, as a ELHB residential Landschaft, as the Germans will call it, the whole of that area into a really great artistic creation. Well, I think you've got to get into the context. I mean, a biography has got to put the central figure, the person who's being biographed, has to be put in the context. So you need to have a good, deep, multifaceted knowledge, not just of what the politics was doing. So it's not just the politics, but you need to know about the culture, about the social economic developments. All that requires as profound a knowledge as you can muster. Well, it's a huge source of pride and a surprise, I have to say. Simon Winder at Penguin was taking a gamble with this book. I mean, he took Frederick the Great, and that did well for him. But you'd expect it to, because you can go on writing books about Frederick the Great, and there's always going to be a market for them. Augustus the Strong, and it actually wasn't called Augustus the Strong in his own lifetime. That's a posthumous accolade, if that's the right word, sobriquet. So he was taking a chance. And what has pleased me enormously has been, the book's been, boasting, but it has been reviewed wonderfully well. I haven't read a dud yet. They've had some great reviews. And every time a great review popped into my email box, like, hey, that's one for Simon, you know. So I'm grateful, so grateful to him. And I know this sounds a bit creepy, but actually my pleasure is really for a man who took a chance on the book.